Yo, what is good, guys? First of all, I just want to talk about Minecraft. So, first of all, I am tripping. I didn't capture any of the mobs I was supposed to do last week or on Monday. But I promise you, I will be making those up. And second of all, I watched the new Minecraft YouTube video, and they're adding the camel husk and the parched, meaning 2 more mobs for me to capture. So that's fun. But now EarthBound. And funny thing about EarthBound, this Halloween I am planning to dress up as Ness from EarthBound. Yeah, except for the yellow and blue shirt, but still. And we don't need to click the third save file, because from the last episode, I created a save state after I was done recording. So let's go. Alright, so in the last episode, we went through the Cave of the Past, the final dungeon of the game. And I got through it super easily despite all these enemies. Yeah, these enemies can absolutely destroy you, but I somehow managed to get to Giygas' lair so easily, which I did not expect. Alright, and in this episode, we're finally going to Giygas' lair to confront him as well as Porky, because they're teaming up to destroy the universe. So yeah, this is it. Once we walk in Giygas' lair, there's no turning back ever. Well, even before we got to the Cave of the Past, there was no turning back. But like, I mean it this time. Like, once you go confront Giygas and Porky, you cannot turn back. Like, you just have to do it. Alright, let's go. I said let's go. So yeah, this is Giygas' lair. And apparently, his lair is supposed to be a bunch of intestines. So yeah, it's pretty disgusting here. And it's a pretty straightforward walk. So yeah, this is the end of the tunnel. Yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. Okay, I probably can't even say this on YouTube or just in general, but I read on the wiki that Giygas' lair is a bunch of intestines, and then the end is a specific body part that starts with V. Yeah. I don't question me. I got it from the wiki. And this place is actually called the Devil's Machine. All right, so walk up to the Devil's Machine, and the screen starts shaking. And a familiar friend of ours comes. So right here is the second to last boss of the game. I lost count, but Editor Malley will tell you it is heavily armed Porky. Yeah, he's not just Porky anymore. He's heavily armed Porky. Ness, are you surprised? It's me, Porky. I assist only the strong and able. That's Porky. You guys look pathetic. The Apple of Enlightenment has already made a prediction, but I won't let what the Apple of Enlightenment predicted take place. You guys will be beaten by Giygas. Giygas will be a stronger... Bro, I messed up. Giygas will be stronger, a more powerful entity than any other. Why? Because of me. I was led by Giygas, and now I'm here. The Apple of Enlightenment couldn't predict this. Master Giygas, no. Giygas is no longer the wielder of evil. He has become the embodiment of evil itself. What he's basically trying to say to us is that Giygas has become so powerful at this point that he's not just an evil alien. He literally is evil. Which he cannot control on his own. He is the evil power. All right. Giygas and his cohort attack. So, this is Giygas right now. For some reason, he is Ness. And that's because he's inside the devil's machine. You know, his power has lost so much control that he had to be contained in there. And in this phase, which is phase 1 of the boss fight, what you're supposed to do is to not attack Giygas no matter what. Don't use normal attacks. Don't use PSI attacks. Don't attack him. Why? Because he has a shield. Yeah, he has all kinds of shields right now. If you try to attack him at all, it will just reflect back at you, and it won't even do damage to him. And also, epic boss fight theme too. So, yeah, only do damage to heavily armed Porky here. So yeah, focus on him. And set up a psychic power shield. Not psychic power, a psychic shield. Because Giygas uses PSI gaming. For some reason. And then use Brain Shock on Porky. Because that's his weakness. And it'll just make him feel strange. Meaning he'll start attacking himself and doing all these random status effects to himself and Giygas. Hey, let all of us go. Well, actually, I'll let it pass because you're the final boss. So yeah, he can decrease your offense by a lot. Also, I forgot to heal all of my characters up before I started the battle. Yeah, that is a my B moment. And there's a reason why I bought 2 bottle rockets. And it's to do some massive damage on Porky. Because I'm pretty sure Porky has 2,000 HP, but I'm not really sure. We finally get to let all of our anger out on Porky. You have been such an annoyance throughout this game. And now you finally get what you deserve. Ow. That actually hurts, man. That only did 99 damage. Are you kidding me? So yeah, Paul is dead now, but at least I have the Horn of Life from the cliff that time forgot. I knew that thing would come in handy. Yeah, I totally knew that this situation right here would happen. So that's why I carried it with me. Nope. He increased his own offense. You freaking bozo. Why is that not doing that much damage to him? Yo, what? This is an actual scam, bro. I bought those bottle rockets for a reason, and they weren't even that useful. Wait, does Paula still have the psychic shield? Okay, she doesn't. Well, now my psychic shield is dead. Can you die, please, Porky? Like, seriously, I really want you to die. Ow. Alright, so after you do enough damage to Porky, it'll play a cutscene. And I'm pretty sure this is the only boss fight in the entire game where the boss actually talks to you. I understand you guys are already claiming to be heroes. Well, it is a gazillion years too early for you to oppose Giygas. You must feel pretty stupid to keep fighting without even knowing what Giygas looks like. If you were to ever see Giygas, you'd be so petrified with fear, you'd never be able to run away. He's trying to say to us that Giygas is so scary that we literally can't run away from him. Like, imagine being so scary looking to the point where people can't run away from you. Like, you have to be on a whole nother level of scary. That's how scary it is. So, do you want me to turn off the devil's machine? Yes, because I can't do anything to Giygas, and I have to beat the game. So yeah, he reveals Giygas' true form after this. Well, prepare to be amazed. He turns off the machine, and Giygas is released. So, isn't this terrifying? I'm terrified too. Alright, so before I continue on, well, I just want to tell you guys something. Over the past year, which I have been playing EarthBound, I've actually done a lot of research on who Giygas actually is. So, it turns out that there's a prequel to EarthBound called Mother 1, or EarthBound Beginnings if you're from the US. And basically, Giygas used to be this alien called Geeg, spelled as Giegue. Geeg. And he invaded Earth because there was this couple in Mother 1 who raised Giygas into who he was. Well, Geeg, but still. And the husband, yeah, he decided to learn about the power that the aliens use, called PSI, and only the aliens knew how to use it. But then the husband, who is called George, yeah, he stole the knowledge of PSI, and now humans know how to use PSI as well. This made Geeg really angry, so he decided to invade the Earth with his army of aliens and robots. But then a boy named Ninten defeated him. And then, between the events of Mother 1 and Mother 2 / EarthBound, Giygas became so filled with rage and power that he turned into that. Like, imagine going from an actual alien to just that. Yeah, that's how Giygas turned into that. Giygas cannot think rationally anymore, and he isn't even aware of what he is doing now. Yeah, he basically has no brain. His own mind was destroyed by his incredible power. What an almighty idiot. Yep, that's what he is. And you will be just another meal to him. And here is the final boss of the game, Giygas. Yeah, this guy has some really creepy boss music. Alright, so what you're supposed to do to Giygas is using your most powerful attacks to trigger a cutscene. And Giygas actually has infinite HP, so we literally cannot even do anything to him, despite using our most powerful attacks. Oh yeah, and by the way, as the boss fight goes on, it does get really tough on the eyes. So, and it gets pretty loud as well. So, if you want to have the ability to see and to hear, I recommend you stop watching the video. Like, seriously, it's gonna get really tough on the eyes and ears. Especially on the ears. And of course, there's his iconic, you cannot grasp the true form of Giygas' attack thing. Where it does a bunch of random stuff. And I actually managed to crack the code on what that stuff actually is. So he could... Well, it's random every time. But there's 3 types of that swirl attack. He could use an attack that does a lot of damage, which is equivalent to PSI freeze. He could make you start crying or even just straight up die, which is equivalent to PSI flash gamma. And on top of that, he can... I forgot the last one. You must really be at the end of your rope. In this bizarre dimension, you 4 are the only force fighting for justice. And here you stand, waiting to be burned up with all the rest of the garbage of this universe. Ha! That's so sad. I can't help but shed a tear. You know, my heart is beating incredibly fast. I must be experiencing absolute terror. Do you want to scream for help here in the dark? Why not call for your mommy, Ness? Say, Mommy, Daddy, I'm so frightened. I think I'm gonna wet my pants. I know you have telepathy or something, so just try and call for help. You pathetically weak heroes of so-called justice. No one will help you now. Don't worry, your pitiful suffering will be over soon. So, yeah, Giygas gets real close to us. No, like seriously, I don't know why he's just randomly zoomed in now. So since you know you can't use your most powerful attacks to defeat him no matter what is there to do? Well, Porky gave us a hint. So yeah, literally do not attack him with PSI or regular attacks. What you're supposed to do is pray. And make sure to brain shock Giygas, because that's his weakness. Please give us strength. If it is possible, please, somebody help us. So Paula just starts calling on random people that helped us throughout the game. And first up is the entirety of Saturn Valley. All of the Mr. Saturns felt a new startling feeling they had never experienced before, and they all started praying for the safety of Ness and his friends. So what that basically does is that it destroys Giygas' defense. So yeah, for the entirety of the boss fight, keep Paula alive. Like, I am dead serious. Please keep her alive, because you literally cannot do anything without Paula. Oh, I have to brain shock him again. It went away. And that's to avoid the you cannot grasp the true form of Giygas' attack thing. It hurts. It hurts. Yes, he's actually speaking to us. And yeah, Giygas says some random stuff, such as calling out Ness's name and saying it hurts and telling us to go back, even though we can't. I feel good. Oh yeah, he can use thunder as well. That's the last one I forgot. Please give us strength. Anyone who could hear our plea, help us. And then she calls on the Runaway Five, who is in Summers right now. I bet they're getting taxed over there. Suddenly, one of the Runaway Five felt something stop him, and he prayed fervently for the safety of Ness and his friends. Also, it's kind of weird how he just forms into a wall. And you gotta love how Giygas literally is the background. It hurts, Ness. It hurts. Do you see what I mean? He just says random stuff. Please give us strength. Speed this prayer to all the people of the earth. And next up is Paula's parents and the Polestar preschool kids. Paula's father thought he somehow heard his daughter's voice and prayed sincerely for the safety of Paula and her friends. It's not right, not right, not right. Please give us strength. Anyone who can hear our plea, help us. And the next up is the Snowwood boarding house people. Suddenly, Tony felt anxious about Jeff, and he prayed strongly for the safety of Jeff and his friends. Please grant us power. Anyone who can hear our plea, help us. And next up are some of the women in the Lam, which is where Pooh is from. A young woman in the Lam woke up from a dream in which Prince Pooh died, and she began to pray for the well-being of Pooh and his friends. It hurts. It hurts. Ness. Friends. Crap. Ow. Ow. You know, for the final boss, honestly, I feel kind of bad for Giygas. Like, he's literally telling us that he's in pain right now because of his form. Like, honestly, I don't even think that killing Giygas right now is doing good for the universe. It's almost like we're putting him out of his misery, because he's basically already dying. Go back. Ness. No. Ow. Please grant us strength. Anyone who can hear our plea, we ask for this. And next up is Frank. Yeah, remember the second episode? Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen him. Suddenly, Frank recalled Ness's shining young face and began to pray diligently for the safety of Ness and his friends. Alright, let's heal everyone up so that none of us dies. Ness. 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 It's not right. Not right. Not right. No. Okay, it didn't work. Please grant us power. Speed this prayer to all the people of the earth. And next up is Ness's family. And even the dog is here to pray for us. Suddenly, Ness's mother felt terribly uneasy, and she began to pray for the safety of her son and his friends. And that leads us to the last phase. So yeah, Giygas is super weak right now, so he just starts flashing yellow. I don't know why they did that, considering people have eye issues out here, but whatever, it's a 90s game. Like, come on, look at the guy. Like he's just, like, at this point, you pretty much have to put him out of his misery. So yeah, keep praying. I feel good. Go back. That actually did damage, and it did 67 damage. Okay. They just gave me a perfect opportunity to make the 6-7 joke, but I'm not going to do it anyway because the 6-7 joke is getting really unfunny these days. I can't think of anyone else. Someone, anyone, please help us. Paula's call was absorbed by the darkness. So yeah, it didn't work, but still keep praying. Ness, 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 Ness. Go back. Ness. Wow, it did even more damage to him. Someone, can you hear me? Please give us strength. Paula and her friends touch the hearts of Unknown. Unknown prayed for the kids, having never even met them before. So it just starts doing massive damage on Giygas. Unknown kept praying. And it'll eventually reveal who that unknown person is. Unknown kept praying. So yeah, that unknown person is all of you guys, my viewers, even me. Gamer Mally, as well as his viewers, kept praying. So yeah, it's literally us. And now, since Giygas has ran out of HP, he is dying now. Alright, so first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We fought Giygas, and now the man is dead. But there's still more after this. Ness. Now it's going to seem like I'm running away. But perhaps I'll just sneak away to another era to think about my next plan. It's a good bet that we will see each other again. Alright, I'll be seeing you. So now which one of us do you think is the cool guy? So now we're watching Giygas die. So yeah, he's disintegrating to death right now.